Welcome once again to Humanist TV Africa. You are most welcome to Humanist TV Africa. My name is Kato Mukasa. I'm a member of Team Humanist TV Africa, and of course, in the studio to manage the slides, to manage the studio is Dennis Bongole, who is based in Uganda. And I'm going to be having a number of panelists today. We are discussing one important thing: why am I humanist? But before we go to that, I want to encourage you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Facebook, subscribe to make us more visible, make us more relevant by subscribing, by sharing our platform. We're a team of several people behind this program, behind this production. It's a Humanist TV Africa. And when we say Africa, we mean Africa, we mean business. We are all over Africa. In the studio with me is Nana Kuffour, my comrade brother from Ghana. Welcome, Nana.
Thank you, Kato. I really miss you guys. It's been a while
Yes,
since I've been on this platform.
but we're always talking on our platform, the Humanist TV Africa. Maybe you have been missing on the screen because you are doing your own programs now. But now it's good to have you back on the studio,
Thank
on
you.
set. Please welcome, brother.
Thank you. And excuse me if for my voice, I did my mom's sister's funeral last weekend, so I was all over the place. It's all part
Yes,
of
and I'm
humanity.
very sorry for the loss of your mom. We got to know that. Very sorry for you. My brother Nandip from Nigeria is also here. Mr. Nandip, sir, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Comrade Katu.
But you were in a very dark place. I don't know whether you're in a shrine. Are you in a shrine? You in an African shrine?
Yeah, yeah. Please just give me a few minutes.
Okay, because we're in a shrine, it's like you are consulting the oracles. We cannot entertain oracles on this TV medium. All these kind of shudo gods, we don't entertain them here. That was a joke, of course. It's going to arrange his lights. Nana, today we're talking about humanism. And we are talking about our own stories. Why am I a humanist? I've been a humanist since 1999, and of course, I've been sharing my story, why I lost faith, why I lost religion, and why I think that the world needs humanism. Now, without further ado, I want to take you right into the theme of today. Nana, why are you a humanist, for example? Don't tell us about um, um, the history because I've been saying it. You may summarize it now, but basically, what is it that makes humanism a very important way of life in your life?
Uh, is the first word that comes into my mind is I'm an honest person. That is why
But
I'm a
excuse
humanist.
me, I'm very sorry. Let me come in a bit. For the benefit of the viewers who are seeing you for the first time, may you please tell them your name and, of course, your country
Okay,
and your profession. Just an introduction, please. Yes.
okay. I am Nana Kuffour David. I'm also called Apieje Danka, and I'm a broadcast journalist based in Kumasi here in Ghana. And I'm a humanist. I'm an atheist, but I extended it to humanism because I knew one day our descendants will question us about all our deeds, all our activities that their forebears came upon this planet to do. And humanism is the only answer. Humanism is the key. I'm an honest person. That is why I am a humanist. If I try to pretend I'll be a religious person, I will say things I have not seen. I will lie to the glory of God, and I will do so many things just to make people happy or just to make. I will not be honest. Humanism is the cornerstone of humanity. It is. I wrote on my Facebook, humanism is the good that has been revealed to us, but it seems human beings are not seeing this gem. It has been handed to us freely, by critical thinkers of all time. And it is the only solution that can unite this planet. It is only humanism, because humanism thinks about you and it also thinks about me. So, in just to begin with, that is the more reason I am a humanist.
I think that's beautiful, my brother. Now you can see the angel himself, the Son of God, and the God himself, Nandip Bongfa, Andrew Paul, my namesake. Nandip, how are you, sir? You sound very happy to see you because you are the only Tarok man who is a humanist.
No, I'm Tarok man. Yes, I'm not the only one. There is a former minister of youth and sports. He's a humanist also, because he believes in humanism. Most of our Tarot people, they are accusing him that he's a pagan, he's a Muslim, and they don't know whether he's a Christian. So Honorable Solomon Selkabdalong is a humanist because he cares about every human being. He doesn't bother about your religion beliefs. Yes.
I was just poking your legs. I was just pulling your nose and legs and hands because I know that humanism is African, humanism is part of us. I was just pulling you a bit because you, Taroko man, you are very interesting. You are the only panelist who comes with a headgear and a banner. You are the only humanist I know who is so proud of his culture. I want to thank you so much. You can see this humanist is also very much rooted in his culture. I love that. I love culture. I love our own history.
Kato,
Yes, sir.
I learned Nandip was kicked out of his Tarok WhatsApp groups. Everywhere he goes, they kick him out.
Yeah, he's the only defender of Tarok who also defends humanism at the same time. And he's the only guy who is abused online every day by his own people. I think the most, apart from Jesus Christ, who was mythological, who never existed, the real man who has been suffering under his people, like the Jews which hunted Jesus Christ, is the way Taroks which hunt Nandip is terrible. Tarok people have abused him online every day, every hour.
Yes. They are always on my throat. They cannot allow me to breathe.
The problem with you, which is your own advantage at the same time, which is your own strength at the same time, is that you love humanism. That's why I like you. You love humanism and you are honest person, just like Nana said, that Nana is honest. I know Nana is completely honest. Humans, far and large, by and far, we are honest people. Why? We start by being honest to ourselves. Like I've been saying all over, that I find it so hard when my children ask me if there is a God. I find it so hard to tell them a lie. Yet they are children and they go to school and they tell them they are gods. Now, I find it so hard to tell my children that there was a woman who had a virgin birth. I find it so hard because I'm honest to myself. But look, there's a dilemma where these children want answers from you to go and sit for an exam. Now, what do? Because the examination system is that Mary was the father of a Jesus who was also God and was a virgin birth. Now, as a must, because you want them to pass exams, you are going to tell them a lie. But I always say with a disclaimer that, look, for the sake of passing your exams, write that there was a God and a son of God called so and so, for the sake of passing your exams. But the reality is that this is a mythology. These are stories. Like we see in Uganda, we have Kintu and Nambi. The first man in Uganda, the first man among the Baganda was called Kintu, and the first woman was called Nambi. Now, go back to Genesis. We see the first woman is called Eve, and the first man is called Adam. Or Adam. Now, because we have an equivalent. I tell my kids that, look, the way you see Abraham, the way you see Adam, and the way you see Eve in the book called the Bible is the way the traditional Baganda see Nambi, see Chintu, see all these other deities. So, in brief, I'm adding on your point of saying, Nana said it first, that I'm honest. That's why I'm going to tell myself a lie. It's the same thing to me. Nandip and Nana, I can tell you, I have problems personally. Just like I know Nana has problems in his life, which we cannot put on air. I have many problems myself, which I cannot put on air. I know Nandip has problems, all of us, because we're human beings. We have challenges, we have problems, we have sicknesses. We cannot come here and tell everyone that we have these problems. But look, people always pray for me. People always pray for me. And look, I don't solicit for these prayers. I don't ask for these prayers. But because I want to be gentle with these people, I don't want to tell them off. Like, don't pray for me. You know, that's being rude. But someone is going to tell you, oh, Kato, I'm praying for you, my son. I'm praying for you, my brother. I'm praying for you, my comrade. Someone say, I'm praying for you. But of course, you know, this person is doing exactly nothing, zero. And you would rather give me £1, 1 naira, one Ghana, the one man is called
Ghana
Cedi.
City. Yes.
It's called Cedi. I was in Ghana. I can remember. Now, instead of giving me 10 Cedi or 10 naira or £5, and I go solve my problems, you tell me, Kato, we are going to pray for you. To me, I think you are not being honest with my problem. My problem is that I lack food. My problem is that I lack accommodation. My problem is that I lack fees for my children. My problem is that I lack medicine. I'm sick personally. Now, why are you praying for me, Nandip? Come on, simply give me £5. I go solve part of my problem. Give me 10 naira, I go solve part of my problem. Give me 20 CDs, I go solve part of my problem. So, because I'm honest, I feel like telling you, Nandip, your prayers won't give me food, please. Your prayers won't give me a good sleep. Your prayers won't buy for me medicine, please. Give me some money if you have. So this is why humanism teaches us honesty. That if something's bad, you won't please others to say it's good. Like, for example, today, all of you know that I support homosexuality, that actually write about it, that I've been writing books on homosexuality since 2003. Now, people hate me because I support homosexuality. They hate me for that.
Yeah.
Now, they simply hate me because I write books which defend their rights. Because right in Africa, I visit them and I train them. Now, people hate me for only that. I'm not a homosexual, but I'm an ally who loves them because they're human beings like me. But people hate me because I defend them and I go on TV, I go everywhere defending their rights. The way I defend albinos, the way I defend young girls who get pregnant, the way I defend women to do abortion, the way I defend prostitutes, because I'm a humanist. Humanism means that I put the human being at the center of everything. Because that human being who is a prostitute has a reason why she's in prostitution. That human being who is a street beggar has a reason why she's a street beggar. That human being who's in prison, not everyone in prison, Nandip, is a criminal. Therefore, if I go to prison to take their food or clothes or whatever, it's okay. When I was in Uganda for several years, I used to go
like our friend Mubarak. He's not a criminal.
Yeah, he's not a criminal. We are going to talk about that briefly. Let me finish this. When I was in Uganda, I used to go with team, of course, about 30 people, 40 people, and I could publicize it on Facebook. We used to go to refugees and give them clothes, we give them mattresses, we give them food. My organization, together with another organization called PAP in Uganda, together with other 2 organizations, like 4 of us, NGOs, would go and support hundreds and hundreds of refugees in Uganda. Now, I know how hurting it is to be a refugee, to leave your country and go suffer elsewhere. So because we're human beings and we are humanists, we put people at the center. But people hate us. Why? Because we tell them we don't believe in a God. Because we tell them that a homosexual is a person like you. People are going to hate you. So back to you. I'm going to start with comrade brother Nana. Me have given my part, the things I do as a humanist and what I wish people to do for me, not prayers. Now I want to go to Nana. I know you have your own reasons. Please may you share them with us. Then after you, we shall go to comrade brother Nandip. He also share his own take on what he does to show his Ubuntu humanism. Nana.
Thank you, Comrade Kato. And as I said earlier, humanism is a good mind. And to us who have really found it, I think it is a gem which we cannot keep it to ourselves, but rather we have to share it across all the people we come into contact with. It is not easy to be a humanist because it involves critical thinking approach. And as the adage says, common sense is not that common. We always see common sense, but it is never common. So humanism starts building, an individual. If first the person is a truth seeker, a person wants to seek knowledge. If first the person wants to bridge the gaps between humanity, religious gaps, bridge the gap between races, and even bridge the gap between other people with other sexual orientation, as Comrade Kato just said. So humanism involves a lot of activities, and you arrive it there by yourself. Taking myself, for instance, I don't know, but maybe I might be bragging, but at the tender age of 4 years, I realized church wasn't for me. I chose the cinema video center. I chose it. I neglected the church. I remember I used to go to school. We will have something we call worship on Wednesdays, and it still the schools have it. Every school you go here in Ghana, they have reserved a day where you worship as a form of indoctrination. I will still worship and rather go to the library. And even in classes, I was skipping classes to go to the library because at that tender age, I was thinking what we were being fed, what we were being taught wasn't enough. So I was looking for, there was this void in me. I was searching for something. So I started reading at a very tender age, though there weren't many books around. So I would say, coupled with, I enrolled myself in university around 2008, 2009. And it also helped me because I started doing courses like sociology and morality, psychology, and other courses, which I must say, I even learned of Karl Marx when I was in university. I never knew about Karl Marx. And learning about Karl Marx, I was open to this whole different world altogether. Because I think Karl Marx is a humanist. Although the capitalist, we know capitalism is ruling the world right now, and many humanists are capitalists. And I'm in capitalism right now. But Karl Marx is a humanist because he wanted food for all, he wanted clothing for all, he wanted peace for all, and it is the end that justifies the means. If all of us would get peace, would get warmth, would get place to put our head, and would get food to eat. That's it. So I was easily led into atheism. I was a skeptic before I identified myself as an atheist. But when I became an atheist, there was still this void in me. Like it seems there is something more. It's not like spiritual. There's something more. But as we were indoctrinated, I wanted to label myself. I wanted to stand for something. So that led me to humanism. So I said, wow. So there's this whole organization. There's this gem there, and people don't know about it. The world doesn't know about it. I've decided to do this, by the way. I've decided to do a vox pop in one of our tertiary institutions. I want to go to the social science department and ask them about humanism, because I want them to, if because they are learning humanities. So I'm going to ask them if they know anything about humanism. I will do that production next week or so. So with learning these subjects with Karl Marx and other legendary philosophers, uh, I realized, no, I have to belong to. I was an atheist, so I have to belong to. So I find out humanism, and fortunately for me, I met um, uh, Graham Knight, in Accra. So Graham Knight took me to the Humanist Association of Ghana, and I met Boesiapo, I met Rosalind, and all these guys, and I realized, there are other peoples, like-minded peoples, like who are living their life free, devoid of religious fear mongering or whatever. But so far I've been I've been a better version of myself ever since I've been a humanist. I'm not asking for anything that much, and I'm not trying to belittle this one life we have. I'm trying to live, and I think humanism. Uh, I've created my own heaven right here on earth, because
Yeah.
I'm not rich that much, but I think I'm always happy, because it wasn't used to be when I was a religious person. If even you have money, you'll be thinking about heaven and hell. And we the adages go to err is human, and to forgive is divine. So I think human beings, I'm not a perfect person. I'm prone to do errors. I'm prone to do mistakes, and I know I will do mistakes that I shouldn't do. That is why I'm a human being. But with humanism, I'm trying to find a balance where I will not hurt a brother, where I will not hurt a fellow human being. So humanism to me is the gem cattle the world. It is something we have to give it to the world, free of charge, and this world will be a better place for humanity. Thank you, Comrade Kato.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. That was so good of you. And I was taken aback because I lost my faith at about 12. At about 12 years, Kato Mukasa lost his faith. I thought going to these churches, going to these cults was useless, because at one time I was actually going to a cult, you know, when I was about 9, 10, I realized that all these things were so nonsensical. But for you, Nana, you lost your religion at about 4 years. That was actually phenomenal. That was phenomenal. I was watching, I think it's a movie, or it's a series of this Sheldon, a very young boy who is very intelligent, who goes, I think it's about 8 years, maybe 7. He goes to church and challenges the father, the priests. The boy is so young, but he knows science. You must have been that lucky, because me, I was a bit old. I was about 12 years when I began questioning things, and I
No,
abandoned the stuff.
I wasn't an atheist by then, but those things seems funny to me. Like
Mm,
the religious stuff, it seems
yeah,
funny to me, and uh,
mm,
I didn't believe in it then, but I consider myself to be a religious person, because I, I believe in a higher power and all these creation stories, and so I was
yes.
a Christian. But when I read the Bible very well, I remember I was having some friends, I think after senior high school, and most of these friends converted to Christianity. Like they started going to church as a Christian properly. We were Christian, but if you start going to church properly, going to these nice services, church, and then we know you are a proper Christian. So I didn't have any more friends, so I decided to follow them there, and I started also being a Christian. I started learning the Bible. So I was reading the Bible, and I am somebody who read from beginning to end. So I started reading the Bible, and I read it the first time, and I think that was the more reason my journey to atheism was very quick.
I will stop
Because
you there. I will stop you there. Don't take me to the Bible, because I've been saying on this TV, that I've read the Bible for 13 years. From Genesis to Revelation for 13 what? Nana.
Yes.
And before I bring in my brother, the Tarok man, Nandip, my namesake, there were so many lines which annoyed me in the Bible. One of the lines was a line in Genesis, I think Genesis chapter 10, or chapter 8, or chapter 10. There is a verse there where they talk about Noah and the floods, and then Noah and the 3 sons. Noah has 3 sons. Japheth, the first son. The second son is called Shem. And the number 3 son is called Ham. Japheth, Shem, and Ham. Let me
Brother Nandip, can you hear me? Brother Nandip, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm thinking, comrade, he's back.
Hello?
I'm thinking comrade Kato's phone is off, so we have to continue it from there. He was about to allow you in when he went out, so if you can continue from there. Why and
Yes,
how you became a humanist? Okay.
you know, the topic, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Yes, the topic of today's talk show is why am I a humanist?
Yes.
Yes, because you know, to become a humanist, you know that you have been a religious person for so long, and when you become a religious person, and your prayers, your fasting, you know, your supplication, your visitation to the hospital, to the sick, to the elderly, and the conversion cannot make any impact in the life of the people that you fasted for, you pray for, and you give them aid for. That means that religion is kind of useless. Sorry for using that word on TV. So I become doubtful person in early 2002 when in my quest to kind of to know more about Jesus Christ, about Mary, and about God and the Holy Spirit. I'm a member of the Catholic Church. We worship according to my belief that we worship 3 gods in one. That is, we worship the mother.
Yeah, I'm a member.
We worship the hello.
Yeah, I'm here. We continue.
Yeah. We worship the mother. We worship the son. We worship a dove, a bird. They call him Holy Spirit, and we worship the like we worship 4 persons. That is paganism. It's not different from what my ancestors usually worship. In Tarok, we have what then we have Ichir. That is a different set of gods that the Tarok man worship. But in Christianity, that is in Catholicism, I discovered that in Catholic Church we worship all sorts of things. Welcome back.
Yeah, my apologies. My apologies.
Yes.
My apologies. My Wi-Fi
let me continue.
went off. Continue, sir. Nandip, continue. I will come after. Do you want me to continue right now? Do you want me to continue right now with my story?
Okay, continuous. When you finish, then I'll continue from where I stopped.
Thank you. Now, I'm sorry. Yes. My Wi-Fi was plugged in power, and somehow by accident had moved it out of power, so it simply blacked out. But now I'm okay. And my Wi-Fi was unplugged from power. Now, here is the thing. I'm telling you about Eric Afrifa. is saying nice work. There's a gentleman called Eric Afrifa. He's saying thank you so much for all of you guys. I think he's from Ghana.
Yeah, he's my
Now,
friend.
having said that, I was telling you something small in 2 minutes. That look at how the Bible is unfair. Here is a man called Noah. Now, this man called Noah has 3 sons. I think the chapter is Genesis. The book is Genesis. The chapter is either 8 or 10. You can read there about. Now, he had 3 sons. The first son is called Japheth. The second son is called Shem. The third son is called Ham. Now, look at how funny this Bible is. When they get out of the boat, the so-called... Yes, sir.
But according to research, those people, they are fictional. They don't exist in real life. But continue.
Yeah, that's why I want to show you this, how unserious this Bible is. Now, when they get out of the boat, the floods have ended, which floods never happened, because there are bigger mountains like Ararat. They say the boat was on Ararat, Mountain Ararat, somewhere in the Middle East, but there are bigger mountains than Ararat, which were never reached. Yet they claim that the floods covered the entire world. That was a lie, of course. The Bible is full of lies, propaganda. But let me go back to the story of Noah. Now, Noah says that he had 3 sons. But now, when they are mentioning Noah's sons, they mention Shem first instead of Japheth. Now, that is discrimination. Mark that. They mention Shem, Japheth, and Ham. Yet, the elder one was Japheth, the second one was Shem, the third one was Ham. Yet, in history of the Bible, they could always mention names according to age. Now, number 1, they show that Noah was biased. Number 2, Noah is sleeping, and then a young boy, his younger boy, Ham, comes and sees him naked. And then he goes and laughs before his other brothers. My father is drunk. He took so much wine. All his money is outside. Now,
according to the Bible,
that is according to the Bible. What does Noah do when he wakes up and realizes that he has been seen by Ham, his young boy, and Ham has gone ahead to?
Who told him? Who told him that he has been seen?
I think the boys told him that, Ham was here, and Ham told us that they've been naked. He saw you naked, and young boys can laugh. Now, what does Noah do? What Noah does is not to curse Ham, who has done a mistake, but to curse the son of Ham, who is called Canaan. Now, I beat you, I slap you, assuming I'm a bad man and I slap you. Now, instead of slapping me back, you go and slap my son. Now, Noah curses the son of Ham, who is called Canaan. Now, the Canaanites are cursed. Canaanites from Canaan. Canaan are cursed. Now, you can imagine which type of God is this, who doesn't punish A, but punishes the son of A. You see, that is insane. Number 2, because he's annoyed, he therefore says, it goes without saying that in the Bible, Ham becomes the father of black people because he's cursed.
So black people were cursed.
That's what they mean in that verse. Now, Shem becomes the favorite because always God wanted Shem. Therefore, he becomes the root from which the Jews are got. In fact, the Hebrews come from Shem, who is favored, who becomes, if I say it, people may think I'm anti-Semitic, but that's it, who becomes the Hebrew, the origin of the Hebrew. And when you look at that Bible, the first Hebrew comes from the son of Shem. Now, going back to Japheth, Japheth goes into Europe and now gets us the Caucasians. Now that's how funny the Bible is. That Ham becomes black and give us the black people who are, according to the Bible, accursed. Why? For seeing the nakedness of their father. Now, Shem is the favorite, becomes the Jews. Come from Shem. Anyone can read the Bible. I read the Bible, I know the Bible very well. Now, Japheth goes to Europe and becomes the Caucasian. Now, you can imagine how stupid the Bible is, that one father can have three sons who have three races. One is black, therefore goes to Egypt. In fact, the sons of Ham, he has four sons. One of them is called Egypt. Actually, the name is called Mizrah, which means Egypt. Mizrah, the son of Ham, is called Mizrah, and Mizrah means Egypt. Now, Ham has Erah, Mizrah, and other three sons. He has four sons, but one of the sons is called Egypt. But Egypt, by the time, was called Mizrah. Now, you can imagine the politics in the Bible. Now, because of one curse, one man called Ham is cursed to become black. All of a sudden, whatever color he was, now he becomes black. The other one is turned out to become a Caucasian. The other one becomes Arab, becomes Jew. Now you can imagine. So as I was reading the Bible for the last 13 years when I was a student in a school, I read the Bible from A up to Z. I got distinctions from the Bible. That's why I know it here. I got distinctions at all levels in the Bible. So I know it. But at the end of the day, I realized that the Bible is nonsense. I should tell you, the more I read the Bible, the more stupidity you see in the Bible, the more racism you see in the Bible. In that Bible, it is clear that a certain people must be slaves to others. In that Bible, there's what we call the Gentiles and the Jews. People don't read to understand because they don't bother to think a lot. Now, if someone can quote two classes of people in the Bible and says these are Gentiles and these are Jews, and this person who writes this Bible has a favorite people, he calls God's chosen. Now, I'm also here reading the Bible to say I'm part of the chosen people. Are you serious? When I know I come from Ham, who was cast and turned black. So at the end of the day, my brothers, I want to get back to you. The more I read the Bible, the more stupidity I realized that the Bible was a book of lies, was a book of misogyny, was a book of slavery, and it was not for me. Now, because I was honest to myself, why am I a humanist? The Bible made me a humanist. Whoever taught me the Bible, thank you so much, because you taught it to me for 13 years, and I became a star. And as a result, I said, to hell with your religion. Back to you, Nana Kuffour. I think it was, sorry, it was Nandip. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nandip, back to you, Nandip, Papa.
Thank you so much, Comrade Katu, for this conclusion. Actually, the Bible also made me to become a humanist. You know, as when I was explaining about the Bible, when I was a strong Catholic member in the early 2000s, of which, as I said before, we worship four gods: the Father, the Son, the dove, and the Mother. That is four gods the Catholic Church worship. I'm so proud and believe in it so much that yes, through all these four gods, I can. Yes.
Continue, Nandip.
Can you? Yes.
We can hear you, but your camera, please. Yeah, you are right. You're okay, Baba. You're okay. You're okay, brother. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. So through all these four gods that I worship in Catholicism, I'm a member of the Legion of Mary. I've been the treasurer of the Legion of Mary for good 8 years. You know, so I always go to evangelism for every week. That is every Saturday and Sunday. That is, they call it Legion Visitation, of which in the next day I'll come forward. I'll explain. That is a report. I've been doing that for 8 good years. You know, you have been good in that, Katu, that you've been reading the Bible off and front for 13 good years. But I, as a member of the Catholic Church, I have to engage myself to the what we call association, society in Catholicism. Yes, so I've been doing that. In that process, I want to kind of boost up my faith in Catholic Church to become a perfect member of the Child of Mary. That is one God. And then the dove, which is they call it the Holy Spirit, the Father and the Son. That lead me to what? To make more research, read more books. Then I came across a book called The Gospel of Barnabas. That is in 2002. That changed my psyche. That changed my kind of orientation, my thinking about the Bible. Yes, because when you read the book of Acts, there's a disciple of Jesus.
Sorry, Saban Kingsley John from Ghana sends greetings. Saban Kingsley John from Ghana sends greetings to all of you. Continue, sir.
Thank you. We really appreciate his greeting. So when you read the book of Acts, there's a disciple of Jesus Christ called Barnabas. Why is it that the Barnabas is not in the four gospel of Jesus Christ? That is the gospel of in the Bible. So when I discover the gospel of Barnabas, I read that book. I discover there's a kind of a disparity. And that gospel of Barnabas that I read, that I have the copy, is not in the Bible. Make more sense to me than the other gospels in the Bible. I started thinking and make more researches about the book called the Bible. The next one, I came across a...
Yes, brother, the network may be bad. Nana, as we cover for our brother who has the network issues, all of us normally face network issues. Brother, continue, Nana, continue from where I had stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, hello?
He's back.
Continue, Nandip, continue, brother, continue. Okay, Nana, continue, cover up for him.
Yes, I was really enjoying Nandip. And I don't know, but at around 2002, it must be hectic researching because the internet wasn't there. So maybe he has a lot of books, like he has, I don't know, maybe he was in the university around those days. But for me, when I went to, because my course mates, most of my friends who I was in university, most of them, it seems we learn for academic sakes. We learn as if what we learn in sociology is nothing, or we just think some professors who are mad professors who are there to teach. So we don't take it on face, like we just okay, let me allow my brother to conclude before.
Yes,
brother,
yes, thank you, Nana Kuffour. I really appreciate you so much. Yes, so I came across a book called The Da Vinci Code, written by Dan Brown. That is in the early 2000. That is 2003 and 4. So it gave me a different perspective about Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, the one that
Nandi,
I believe and I.
Nandi, please, how did you get in contact with those? I was asking before you went, how did you get those books? If you can tell us briefly. How did you get those books, that Dan Brown's book and other books? How did you get it?
You said?
Nana is asking you how you got the Da Vinci Code, how you get those books by Dan Brown. How did you get the books? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Here in
Okay, I think we have network issues. We have network issues with Comrade Comrade Nandip. I think the producer is going to sort that one out, or of course our time is running out. Nana, I was lucky because my father worked in a Uganda publishing house. That's why people wonder how I got books. So my father was an accountant for the government of Uganda then, but working with national libraries. So for me, books were actually were a common thing in my house, in our house, because our father could simply bring books. That's why I read so many books, because I found them at home. All these philosophers, I found them at home. So others were struggling to go and buy books. For me, my father was having access to books because himself was a reader. Himself was I would call him an avid reader. So I was able to read as much as I could because my father brought books at home. Now, my brother, today, the network of Tarok and the spirits of Tarok are stopping you from talking. I don't know. The ancestors must be annoyed.
No, it's not the ancestors. It's the crooked Christians. The ancestors, they are with you. So let me try to explain to Nana how I get the book.
You have 3 minutes because our time is up. You have 3 minutes. Summarize everything.
Okay. Yes. So I got this Da Vinci Code book in 2003, 2004. So when I read it, I discovered a different perspective about what I believe as Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, the angels, and all other things that I know I was taught in the Catholic Church. Then I started more researches. I discovered that all these things, they are all what? Fake and lies. We are being deceived through the book of Dan Brown. And I moved more further to make other researches. I discovered that, yes, there's nothing like that. Your prayer cannot help you. Or, you have to use your energy to provide whatever thing that you want to do. Yes. Oh, this network, I cannot be able to say what is supposed to be said.
But we have had you. We have had 90% of what you have said today. We have lost about 10%, but we have had 90% of what you have said. So it's a good show still, despite the hiccups of the network, my brother. Now, Nandip, thank you so much for that take. Let us give a chance to Nana to speak, because we are winding up the show. Nana, I should tell you that if you want a book and you think I have it, I can always get you a soft copy. I have many books in soft copy.
Comrade Katu.
Yes, sir.
Comrade. Yes, there is some book that Nana supposed to send to me. Alpha.
Yes,
Nana.
I sent both of you.
I sent the books. I sent your books to the address you gave me.
Seriously.
But I should have tracked it as Kato did it. But I didn't track it. That is why maybe I got lost in touch with it. But I sent it to the number, to the post office number you gave me. I remember I called you several times and I sent it, but I don't know.
You see,
thank you, my brother.
I'm happy that you guys, I sent you books from Uganda. I sent a book for you, Andrew, my book, one of my best books, The God Business. I sent you a copy, and I sent a copy to Nana, and Nana received it. But I will do one thing. I will send you another copy, maybe if I can have the resources, I'll send you another copy and see what happens. But for now, I sent you a book. I will do my best to send you a copy of a soft, because I gave you a soft copy, honestly. I gave you a soft copy. You have a soft copy.
Yes, I've downloaded a soft copy.
Yes, so you are covered. But I wanted you to get a hard copy, which I sent to Nana. Nana got that book.
Comrade, I need hard copy for not only for me, for my children.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I want hard copy for my children.
Okay, we shall look into that now. Nana, conclude. Nana, conclude. We have 10 minutes to go, and I'm going to be strict on time. Nana, conclude, please.
Okay, well, what I want to say to our viewers who are listening to us right now is that humanism is the only philosophy that can unite our planet. I think humanism is the only worldview that can um, that can feed us, that can clothe us, that can roof us, and ensure the survival of our species. I've learned so many things about humanism, and I know that critical thinking, which is one tenet of humanism, is what we use to ensure that all our daily activities is being run properly. So humanists don't do things based on superstition or hearsay or anything we see on the internet, because most of the humanists I've come into contact are researchers who think very deep before they do any activity. So I think this core tenet, that is critical thinking, is very important, and one tool we think the mankind must use, or the human race must use right now, because it is only science. Science is the only tool we have right now that we can boldly say that this tool can help us acquire the knowledge, or acquire the things, or help us to do any activity that we want, because it is through science that we get these technologies, we get aeroplanes, we get cars, we get computers, we are able to communicate from London to Ghana to everywhere. So I think science is very honest, it's very clear. It is not a cult as people perceive it to be, because this afternoon I sent something about Jay-Z, and he was talking about the Illuminati, and people didn't listen to them very well. Illuminati is illuminate. Right now, people know that
Light.
we the black people, black race, we're having these scientific discoveries all about 5,000, 4,000 years ago. And the black people are now trying to think that, yeah, we too, we can make something, we can discover something, we can do something, and it is empowering us. So it is not any superstitious this thing. If somebody talks about the Illuminati, or there's nothing spiritual about it, to me. And humanism is something, an umbrella for the hope of mankind. So I would tell my viewers that let's embrace humanism. Let's learn about it first. Let's learn about. I'm not trying to seduce anybody or indoctrinate anybody to humanism, but learn about it first. And if you think it can help you, assist you, voila, we will all unite as one common people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Nandip, your conclusion.
Yes.
You have 2 minutes, sir. You have 2 minutes to conclude.
Yes, thank you so much, Comrade Katu, for this talk show about why am I a humanist. This is a very good topic. Yes, I really appreciate this topic so far. I thank also to Nana. Nana, I'm very, very happy to see you. And I also thank our producer at the background, Brian and Dennis. Thank you so much. Everything about humanism is all have to do with our well-being. That is, as humanists, as human beings, because we believe that we as humanists, we have to do things with things that we see, touch, and feel, not an abstract, not something that you think that you are going to have the reward in a year after. There's no year after. When I die today, that's all. But our people believe that when you die, you are going to reappear somewhere else. That's not what it is. So as humanists, we should try to enlighten people about the way of life on this earth that we are living in now, right now. Everything ends here. Thank you so much, Comrade.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, comrade brother Nandip Bongfa. Thank you so much, Nana. Nana, your light was a bit down today. Thank you so much for Dennis. Thank you so much for those photos. That is us, Halea, doing the refugee work in Western Uganda. That is Team Halea. That's the NGO I was working with when I was in Uganda. That is Andrew Irumba of the Pan-African Movement, of course, with myself, with who was representing Halea. That is the team we are working with. The lady there with the cape is the member of parliament called Nakimuli. Honorable Nakimuli is the member of parliament today for Akalangala. She was part of my team. When we were going to the refugees, we could dance and have all these good moments before we set out to go to the refugees and do our work of charity. I've been working as a charity guy for some good years. You have just seen photos. Dennis is great. Brought some photos of me doing charity work in Uganda with the member of parliament who was part of my NGO and of course another team. That was the work. This is why I always say I am a humanist for life, because this is what I do. This is what I know to do. I can't live any other life. Thank you so much, brother Nandip. Thank you so much.
Yes, Katu, I heard Nana mention Graham Knight. Yes, I met Graham Knight here in Nigeria in 2011 when we had our first Humanist conference here in Abuja in 2011, when I become a member of the Humanists. That is, they call them Nigeria Humanist Movement at that time. That's when I joined. So that's when I met Graham Knight. He came from Ghana at that time. We take pictures together with him. We discuss a lot together with him. That's my first time of seeing him. Yes, so Graham Knight is a very good humanist. And I think there is no more in Ghana again. Maybe he has gone back to UK also. Yes.
Yeah,
thank you,
back
Nana.
to UK. It's back to UK. Nana, bye-bye, Nana. Bye-bye, Nandro. It's time up. Thank you, Dennis Bongole, for the good photos, for the time you are giving us. Thank you, everyone. This is how I say goodbye. Stay focused, stay safe, keep it positive. See you in the next show. Why I am a humanist. We sign out.
Thank you.